Hello everyone, I'm joined here at halftime with Fisher leading 21-13 with senior captain of the women's tennis team. This is Laura Hale. Thank you for joining us.
No problem, thank you for having me.
Now, the Fisher women's tennis team was chosen to finish 5th in the Empire 8 in the preseason. How did that affect you guys? Was it a motivating factor?
Absolutely. It kind of made me a little bit angry that they put us so low. So it was definitely a motivating factor into really wanting to show, you know, Empire 8 and everyone else in the league that we really do have it in us to be more than 5th.
And now the Empire 8 is a very competitive conference as well, and I'm sure you guys felt like you could compete with everyone else.
Absolutely. We've already had some really, really tight matches, and we were very competitive with every team. So to put us 5th, I think, is definitely putting us lower than what we can be. We can absolutely be a lot higher.
Now, last year you were honorable mention Empire 8 Conference Honors, and now you're a top singles player on the team. How do you see your role on this team this year?
I definitely take a huge leadership role. I think that I have to be a role model for the girls, not only in my play, but also off the court, and really lead them. And yeah, so I definitely would see myself as a big role model for the other girls.
And speaking of the team, you guys right now are 3-1. What is the feeling on the team, especially considering your preseason ranking, the fact that you guys do have a strong winning record?
The feeling on the team is pretty good. We had a tough loss the other day against RIT, so I mean that kind of put us down. But you know what? We came out playing hard today against William Smith, and we know that we have some big Empire 8 matches coming up, so we got to forget about it and look to the future.
Now that you guys have played several matches, you've also been in a tournament. Do you think this team can reach the playoffs? Is that a legitimate goal this year?
You know what? It absolutely is. In years past, we've been a little bit weaker, but this year we definitely have a chance to make it to the Empire 8. We really just have to bring our A games, and we're more of a scrappy team, so we're really going to have to work for it and fight hard, but I definitely think it's a realistic goal.
Now, you just described your team as a scrappy one. How else would you describe it? Like, what are the team's strengths and weaknesses?
I would say we don't have a lot of players who are who have, you know, perfect strokes or a lot of lessons. We go out there, we fight hard, and that's how we win. I would say that I would describe us as scrappy.
Okay. And last year you were matched with doubles with Katie Barlow. This year you've mostly been playing with Elena Vall. How is that difference sort of felt for you?
I like it. You know, I think sometimes in doubles it's whether you mesh with your partner well, and I think Elena and I have meshed really well. We've only had one loss this season, and so we really get along on the court really, really well. Our games are very compatible, so I think that's really been a key factor in our success.
Now, what's coming up for you guys this season?
Well, tomorrow we have a huge match against Stevens, and that's a conference match. That's a big one. And probably the biggest match is going to be against Naz. They've been a longtime rival of ours, and whether we win or lose is really going to be a huge factor in whether we make it to the Empire 8 or not.
All right, well, we hope you guys continue your success so far. Make sure you check out the next home game is the Stevens game?
Yep, tomorrow at 11. So
at the Fisher courts?
Yep, at Fisher.
So
yep.
Make sure you check out Fisher Women's Tennis versus Stevens, a huge conference game. They're 3-1 right now. This was senior captain Laura Hale of the women's tennis team. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.